Konnichiwa. Today's daily devotional is for Monday, April the 27th, 2020. And it's called Brush Up for When They Thumb Through to Find You. And I'm going to start with Proverbs 18:10. The name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous man runs into it and is safe. All right. I just finished watching a show, Lock Up, a real life documentary about young people that are in jail. And, you know, this one segment that I watched was about a beautiful woman. She had painted her story with the first part of the interview being in the jail, okay? And where she regularly goes out and she speaks to the inmates in the name of the Lord to encourage them to, you know, not go back there, you know, to just turn their lives around. Okay, so one day while she and her son were out shopping, her husband, David, shot and took the life of her mom in their home. And then he hid in the ceiling and waited for her to come home. And then as soon as she walked through the kitchen door, he shot her, okay? And then he took his own life, but she survived, okay? She survived, let me tell you, okay? So this happened about 5 years ago, and she still lives in that beautiful home, okay? And for this part of the interview, they did it in that home. And the person that was, you know, interviewing her, he asked, how could she live in that home? And she said something that struck a chord with me. She said that my home is my peace, as strange as that may sound. And she said, because I love it and I feel safe here. And she said, I love my mom and I am at peace with her new home, and which is heaven. And I pray that David is finally at peace. Okay? I don't know how many people could do that. All right, that's nobody but God. Okay, so that brings me to Ephesians 5:11 through 12. Have nothing to do with the fruitless deeds of darkness, but rather expose them. It is shameful even to mention what the disobedient do in secret. Her son, who was 21 at the time, bore witness to this and went on a downward spiral, as you can, you know, probably just about imagine. Okay, he got hooked on heroin and started a life of crime and has been in and out of jail repeatedly. For he is her reason for her, you know, her mission for going to the jail to save people. Okay, so they interviewed him too, and he is still having a difficult time dealing with this because he loved his dad and wants to know why he did it. And he knows he will never know because he's gone. He's gone. You can't ask the dead what they did, all right? Okay, so her positive outlook, faith, and strength from God has influenced so many of those inmates to paint a more beautiful picture for their lives, like a beautiful picture on their canvas despite their circumstances, and to take new chances that God has offered them to move forward once released from those bars, and to never go back there to that dark place, you know. And most of them chose to use bright paint, you know, to paint their beautiful life stories. But her son just had to be the one, always has to be your own child, he had to be the one who every time he picks up the brush and he paints the same black bars, all he sees is prison bars, okay? All right, so whenever he writes her negative letters, she doesn't reply for weeks. She says, I'm not going to reply to that, because she says she's not going to let him get to her, you know, and I don't blame her, okay? So, but he understands, and he tells everyone how much he loves her and how he's very proud of her, because it's very beautiful what she's doing, you know. You can't even deny that, and he knows that. And he knows, you know, that he's just so proud that she has the strength to pull through. And he knows that he has to look within himself in order to do the same thing too. All right, so now I'm here to tell each of you, but particularly that person that is struggling to move forward right now, that you cannot let life circumstances, no matter what, no matter what, how devastating. You know, don't worry about that. You cannot let them take over your mind and body and soul. You just cannot do that. Let God have complete control. Give it to him right now, okay? It's a mind over matter situation. Put on his entire armor. And if that paint spatters and you drop the brush, or someone you love takes it away from you, because sometimes they do, then I hope you dance all in it and finger paint. But whatever you do, don't faint. Because if the devil thinks he's going to come in and steal the glory from the Lord, he can't. All right, he can't. Say, no, devil, you can't have it, all right? Okay, so, you know, God did not sip and paint the same pics on a cheap canvas that shamefully posts them in his story to fade away after a day. With a sane and sober mind, created many different works of arts and displayed them on his wall to never go away. That's what my God did, okay? So I'm going to show you some pictures. You got to unlock your mind from that prison, and you got to get focused and read that word, okay? All right, and then do like these guys did, the one that's painting the beautiful pictures there. That's what you have to do. Be like the one that's painting the beautiful picture. All right, and then so we're going to all say, welcome home, jailbird. We're going to bake you a cake out of ramen noodles. That's what prisoners like, right? Power thought. Look between the bars to see and paint the stars. Then no one will even notice your scars. Love you guys. Have a great day. Mwah.